and welcome to 399th meeting of Desert Pioneers Toastmasters Club. Before we start the meeting, let me acknowledge the guests of today's meeting. Toastmaster Asil, Toastmaster Taiba. Yes, Toastmaster Asil, how are you?
I'm good.
We would like to hear a few words from you.
Yes. And Hanan told me about this meeting, and she told me also about the agenda. And because I have so much free time, I said, why not? And also, I'm thinking about becoming a member in Pioneers.
Oh, thank you. Most welcome.
Thank you.
Next, our next guest, Toastmaster Taiba. Toastmaster Taiba, are you there with us?
Hi, I'm here. I'm not a Toastmaster yet, but I hope so. I would become one, inshallah, soon. I joined Toastmasters for the first time before. Um, on on Friday, I attended Kuwait Leaders Toastmasters Club, and today I came here to check out you guys. I hope it would be enlightening. Thank you.
Oh, great. Soon you will be the member of Desert Pioneers Toastmasters Club, I think so. Thank you, Toastmaster Taiba. Soon. Now, Toastmaster is a platform where you can improve your communication and build leadership skills. And Desert Pioneers Toastmasters Club will give you that opportunity to explore yourself personally and professionally. Before I start I invite the Toastmaster of the day. I request our VP Ed Toastmaster Shiraz. Are there any changes in today's agenda?
No, there are no changes.
Oh, so we will adopt the agenda as it is, and I request the members to raise the motion to adopt the agenda as it is. Will anybody please raise the motion? Am I audible to all of you?
I'm Toastmaster Alina, would like to raise the motion to keep the agenda as it is.
Thank you. Any other members, please?
Okay. I'm Toastmaster Suhan Abdul Munaf. I second the motion.
Thank you, Toastmaster Suhan. I request the members whoever in favor with this agenda, please raise your hand. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, thank you. So we will adopt the agenda as it is for today's meeting. Now, let me invite the host of today's meeting. He is energetic, highly motivated, and particularly a very good team player. He do his service even though he comes with a very different ideas always, even though if it is not his assigned task. He is none other than our VP Ed of our club, Toastmaster Shiraz. Toastmaster Shiraz, the screen is yours.
Thank you very much, our President, for that lovely introduction. Once again, good evening, fellow Toastmasters and distinguished guests. It's my pleasure to serve you as MC for today's meeting. As most of you are at home enjoying with family in the COVID period, today we have gathered to know how your dreams come true. That's by teamwork. I request you all, if your background, if there aren't any noises, you all can unmute yourself, because this is not a one side communication. This is two-way communication. So we all today gather each, and if you feel that your environment is less noisy, you all can unmute yourself. But please remember, during the prepared speeches and table topic speeches and evaluations, please make sure to mute yourself. So for everything that wants to make our dreams come true, it is important to make a strategy to achieve our dreams. Without a strategy, it is difficult to achieve our goals. Tell me, if you want to achieve your goals, how you will achieve your goals? You all can unmute yourself.
We have to
Yes.
have the basic idea of what we are going to achieve on which platform and all those things. And moreover, we need to have one mentor or any team player to assist us and guide us.
Thank you, Sairam. Any one of you all would like to tell your opinion?
We need to have a smart goal.
We need to have a smartphone to
Smart goal.
Smart
Goal.
smart goals. Yeah, true. We need to have smart goals. Without goals, like if you want to go to US, you should first think that you want to go to US. Otherwise, you will go some other place, right? So we need our goals. Very important. So during the meeting, we will focus on how to achieve our goals. This is by teamwork. Michael Jordan, who is a famous basketball player, once said that talents win games, but teamwork and intelligence win champions. To become a champion, it is important to play as a team. You know, his team became 6 times champion in NBA. Mother Teresa. This is a quote by Mother Teresa. I can do things you cannot do. You can do things which I cannot do. Together we can do greater things. So different people have different talents. But if we all synchronize together, then we can achieve huge our goals, huge goals, and make it in a best way. So to make our goals and targets achieve, we need to have a good team. So I would like to introduce my team first. Although Corona has changed our lives, still we must be punctual in our day-to-day life. So I would like to introduce the timer who will monitor the time. Please help me welcome Toastmaster June. Toastmaster June is a silent team member. She's a silent team member and she's a silent team member and always wanted to learn new things. And she never says no to any of our tasks in our team. She is passionate Toastmaster and a valued member of Desert Pioneers for 1 year. Please help me welcome Toastmaster June. Screen is yours.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the Day. Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and guests present here today. As the timer, my role is to remind the speakers of today about the time that they have left for their respective speeches. So at the minimum allotted time, I will be showing the green signal, followed by the yellow signal, and at the maximum allotted time, I will be showing the red signal. Back to you, Toastmaster of the Day.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster June. Now you see who is there in my background. We have to speak, we have to improve ourselves, our speaking skills. And Janet will be our counter. She is working in an insurance company, but monthly, in a month, she tries to do at least one project, one speech. And she doesn't forget to participate in all meetings and take up roles also. Please help me welcome Toastmaster Janet.
Good evening, fellow Toastmaster and guests. Today, my role is our counter. The purpose of our counter is to note words and sounds that are used as scratch or pause filler by anyone who speaks during the meeting. I will also follow the listen for the overused word, including and, well, but, so, and you know. I will also listen for the filler sounds, including and I will also note when a speaker speaks a word or phrases such as I, or this means is. At the end of the meeting, I will report the number of times that each speaker used these expressions. Thank you, and back to you.
Thank you very much, Janet. So our next role player. We have joined together to improve ourselves and also improve our language. As a club language is English, Toastmaster Hussein will give a report on grammar. Please help me welcome our grammarian, Toastmaster Hussein. He looks like a normal person, but he was the best speaker in our last meeting. Please help me welcome Toastmaster Hussein. Hussein, the screen is yours.
Yeah. Okay. Hello and good evening, everyone. Thank you, fellow Toastmaster of the day, fellow Toastmasters, and most esteemed guests. Today, I will be fulfilling the role of the grammarian. Basically, I shall be listening intently to each speaker for any improper use of the English language. I will also note down different quotes and sayings used by each speaker in this paper right over here. Today's word of the day is actually synergy. The definition of the word synergy is the complete power of things when they work together is much more greater than that of when those things work separately, the power of those things working separately. An example of this would be the synergy between the FC Bayern Munich footballers allowed them to win the recent Champions League final. Back to you, Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Hussein. Our next role player is an important role in online meetings. He is the moderator of today's meeting. That is Toastmaster Suhan Abdul Munaf. Toastmaster Suhan is being a mentor, and today he will do his project as well. Do you all know that you can do the project as moderator in managing online meetings? Yes, you all can do that also. So try to coordinate with your VP Ed, VP Education, that is me, if you all want to become a moderator, manage online meetings. Don't give too much trouble to him, but he will help you in all the aspects in IT matters, in technical glitches, any problems, he will help you. So please help me welcome Toastmaster Suhan. Suhan? Okay. Our next role player.
Yes, Toastmaster of the day. Thank you so much. All right. Am I audible?
Yes, you're audible.
All right. Okay. Good evening, everyone. I'm the moderator for today's meeting, where I'll be managing the online meeting as such, where I'll be controlling the meeting from the beginning to the end, and also looking after the small, we'll also look after the small glitches which will never happen, inshallah. So let's hope for the best. And moreover, I'm not going to keep my video open because I don't trust internet, because internet is like my girlfriend, that it can ditch me anytime. So that's why I'm not opening my video. So let's hope for the best, and over to you, Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Sohan, for that interpretation of internet. Now, I would like to introduce a special person in our meeting. Toastmasters International is a reputed organization. In here, discipline is an important part. We have an inspector to monitor it. She is called the general evaluator. Now I would like to call our general evaluator, Toastmaster Hanan, to the screen to explain her role. I mostly discuss many matters with Toastmaster Hanan in Toastmaster life. In my XCOM, most of the issues, or if I want to discuss anything, any matters, she is always ready to help me. Please help me welcome Toastmaster Hanan.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the Day, and good evening to my fellow Toastmasters and guests. My role as the General Evaluator is to monitor the whole meeting. I'll be asking for reports from the speech evaluators, the accounter, and the grammarian. And at the end, I'll be presenting my report for the whole meeting. So please make sure that you carry out your roles as best as you can. And at the end, I'll give my recommendation for areas of improvement. Thank you, and back to you, Toastmaster of the Day.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Hanan. In our regular meetings, we have 3 parts. The first part is the prepared speeches. Oh my God, we have a huge list of speakers. We have 4 speakers. I'm sure that you will get a lot of experience with these 4 speakers. Thereafter, we have table topic session, and finally the evaluations session. Our first speaker, prepared speaker, who is an expert and one of my mentor. Last time he made a lot of efforts to bring our club into the top level. In worldwide, our club, Desert Pioneers, became 9th. He is part of that. Please help me welcome Toastmaster Anwar. Before I call him to the stage, I would like to call upon his evaluator, Toastmaster Subish, for Toastmaster Anwar's speech objectives. Toastmaster Subish.
Good evening, Toastmaster of the Day, Toastmaster Shiraz, and good evening to each and everyone. My target speaker, Toastmaster Anwar Adam, would be presenting before us his Project 1 in Level 2, and the pathway he is currently doing is effective coaching. The purpose of this project is for the member to identify his or her leadership style or styles. The purpose of the speech is for the member to share some aspect of his or her primary leadership style or discuss leadership styles in general. So all the best to Toastmaster Anwar, or to Toastmaster of the Day.
So Toastmaster Anwar wants to reveal his leadership style. Are you all ready? Please give a huge round of applause to Toastmaster Anwar. The screen is yours.
Can I just confirm if I'm audible? I'm just waiting to pin the timer. I'm finding it.
You're audible.
Good evening, Toastmaster of the day, fellow Toastmasters and guests. My evaluator just informed that today I have two objectives. One is to identify my leadership style, and the other one I could either choose to talk about few leadership aspects of my leadership style or talk about leadership style in general. Today, what I intend to do is both. I intend to talk about my leadership styles and also give you a general idea about all the leadership styles out there. The big reveal which I want to make is not just my leadership style, but I'm going to try to make it as close to what I did as my role as a VP education last term. So that's about the big revelation. If you all are ready, let's get started. My leadership style, I've divided into two halves. The first one is the dominant and the second one is the least dominant. But just because some things are below the red line does not necessarily mean you or me are not good at it. It's just that we are better off than that style from the other. So let's get going with the very first, my dominant style. Coaching and altruistic. Did that come like a surprise to you all? At least for not those who know me very well. Just a general idea about coaching. Coaching is a technique or a leadership style where you spend time with members one-on-one and help them, encourage them, and guide them. And I would call it in one or two words, consider this. That is what I define the coaching as. Now, talking about altruistic, it is do for others. Now, I've been very passionate about these leadership style and it's instinct in me. And thus, I don't get bored or tired investing my time for members. And when I do things for others, I feel joy. And this was one of the recipe for my success last term. I was free enough to call each one, get to know where they struggle, spend time with each and every member. And whenever I did something for our members, I felt happy about it. The altruistic leadership in me was always giving me the upliftment and taking me along. So this were my prominent style. Now, whenever anyone show you what is your biggest strength, they ask, what is your not so prominent style? Let me reveal that also to you. So not so prominent style is pace setting and innovative. Now, pace setting, few of you might get surprised because usually I like to do things very fast. But this is not my strong suit. Pace setting leadership in general works for those members who need less of direction, who needs less of guidance, and they just need a direction and they will take it forward. I did get an opportunity to use this sort of leadership style with few of our members. To name them would be DTM Alan, DTM Rajesh, and DTM Shilpa. I did not have to spend a lot of time with them because I just had to set a direction and then they used to go on their own pace and they used to do things pretty fast. Now, talking about the innovative, although that is least, don't tell me that I was not innovative. We did a lot of innovative meetings. We did meetings at a different venue. We did come up with a mentor-mentee program too. But I have to admit that has not been my strong suit. In spite of these two things, or mostly the innovative lying right at the bottom of my leadership style, I was very fortunate to overcome these. Ask me how. And I have the answer, which is my dominant styles, democratic and affiliative. Now, what happens in a democratic? It's all about stepping aside as a leader, giving someone the opportunity at times to lead, and also making decisions in general. Encourage each other to speak up. What do you think? That is what a democratic leader does. And for affiliative, it's all about members first. There were times when we had really stressful situations. There were times we need to build trust. And this is where I was able to showcase my strong suit of democratic and affiliative. And as you can see, my innovative, which was on the least bottom list, was able to be compensated with my democratic approach. We have tanks, think tanks, innovative people in the XCOM group. And what I used to do is I used to step aside, give them the opportunity to speak up and take up decisions. And this is how, or in general, I would say that you need not be strong at everything. All what you need to do is cover things up perfectly. Now we have two in the list, which is the last one, which although falls on the last, it's dominantly preferred by people that is the worst thing for a leader to have. But I say autocratic and bureaucratic are very important leadership roles. Although it seems like follow me or bureaucratic may sound to you as do as I say, but it's not necessarily that. You really need to have these leadership styles. I did use few of them in my XCOM roles. When we had meetings to be scheduled within a couple of days, and when we have a set of people who are very innovative, thinking out, we don't have time for it. So I used to step up with my VP education jacket as my position and say, no, follow me. This is what we got to do. Do as I say. So that's where I executed my authoritative or bureaucratic leadership style. Now, this was my leadership styles in general. Now, to give you a snapshot, this is the goal, or what we say, you always need to target for a rounded approach. As you can see in the graph, I'm more prone to coaching and democratic, whereas my innovative and pace setting is slightly inside the circle. For us to realize and grow further, what we need to do is anchor for that rounded shape. And how do you anchor that? Realize your leadership styles and then build it on. I know today where I need to shape up, which is my pace setting and innovative steps. So how do I do that? I slightly lower my arc of coaching and democratic or altruistic and form a round circle. This is my leadership style. What is yours? Find it out and go achieve your dreams. Over to you, Toastmaster of the Day.
Thank you very much for that lovely speech, Toastmaster Anwar. Toastmaster Anwar and Toastmaster Subish. Toastmaster Subish was my official mentor, and Toastmaster Anwar also used to mentor me. So both of these members showed that responsibility never ends. Even though they were the XCOM members previous year, but still up to now, both of these members are guiding me and all our members. I would like to thank both of you. So we'll give 1 minute break for feedback. Timer, please. During 1 minute break, we'll have a small session. What do you all say? I'll ask. I'll in the poll. I'll put 2 questions, and we'll see what are the correct answers. Are you all ready? I'll launch the poll now. Meanwhile, don't forget to give the feedback to Toastmaster Anwar as well. Can you all see the poll? Yes, I'm getting feedback. We make sure our this is about desert pioneers. The first question is about desert pioneers. If you are strongly agree, say strongly agree, and somewhat agree, or somewhat disagree, or strongly disagree. On the other side, the question number 2 is the strength of good teamwork is based on a common goal without giving importance to individual goals.
Why is my name in that?
It's a
People
general
are
knowledge
actually
question.
voting for me.
It's not voting for you. It's an option. Just think who would have told this according to all our audience. Please guess. You all please vote for this. Choose your answer. I think 1 minute is over. I'll just end the polling, question and answering in 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I ended the poll. And do you all want to see the answer? Okay, I'll share the results. Most of the people are saying strongly agree, and 2 persons have told somewhat agree, and the answer, it is mentioned that Toastmaster Anwar. But actually, who told this? Toastmaster Subish. This is Toastmaster Subish's idea. He says that the strength of good teamwork is based on a common goal without giving importance to individual goals. Okay, now we'll go for the next speaker. Who is our next speaker? He has joined maybe 1 month before to Toastmasters. And from the day he joined, he used to ask me for speaking slots. I said, first you have to take some roles so you'll get more experience, and then you can be do a speech. And now he is ready to do his icebreaker speech. Before that, I would like to call upon his evaluator, Toastmaster Surya. I would like to thank Toastmaster Surya because at the last moment she took this role. Toastmaster Surya, can you explain Toastmaster Shahzir Ahmad's objectives?
Yes, thank you so much, Toastmaster of the Day. So, good evening, everyone. My target speaker, Toastmaster Shahzir, will be doing his icebreaker today. And like all icebreakers, the main purpose of his speech is for the member to introduce himself or herself to the club and learn the basic structure of a speech. Now, his icebreaker's title is Stories of My Life. Over to you, Toastmaster of the Day.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Surya. Apologies for wrong pronunciation of Shahzir. Would you all like to know the life of Toastmaster Shahzir? Please give a huge round of applause to Toastmaster Shahzir. The screen is yours.
Toastmaster of the Day, sorry to interrupt, but can I give the timings?
Yes, please.
Okay. Toastmaster Shahzir, since it's your icebreaker, your speech will be 4 to 6 minutes. At 4 minutes, I will show the green signal, 5 minutes, the yellow signal, and 6 minutes, the red signal. All the best to you.
Am I
now,
audible?
please give a huge round. Yes, you're audible.
Life is a journey with problems to solve, lessons to learn, and most importantly, experiences to enjoy. Good evening, Toastmasters, fellow Toastmasters, and my dear guests. I'm Shahzir, basically from Mangalore, India. And today I'm going to share some of my life experiences that has changed my life forever. Let me take you to my high school. I was in class 10 and there was this huge guy in my class who was probably 2 to 3 years elder than most of us. He was very aggressive and strong. He was like a one-man army. His signature style was to slap someone whoever asked him a question, like raises a voice against him. One day, I and some of my friends decided to put him down. We knew if we work in synergy, this is possible. One fine day, we all ganged up and thrashed him nicely in front of the whole class. And some lecturers caught us, and then there was some actions taken against us. At the end of the day, we all had a good smile. Now let me take you to my college. I was doing my final year's bachelor in computer applications, and we had a petty issue with another batch. And in the evening, the same day, I was having coffee next to my college with some of my friends. We were like 5 or 6, and I see a group of 30 people coming towards us. Man, they don't say a thing. All they do is bang. This time I was at the receiving end of the synergy of forces. The funny part of this incident is my physical appearance right after this incident was exactly the same the way we left this guy in the high school. So there I learned a lesson for my life. Everything that goes around comes around. Sometimes it's instant and sometimes it's delayed, but I knew you got to pay. I basically use this concept in everything in my life, whatever I do. My life in Kuwait was very hard when I landed first. In India, it was all roses. I had a good family, I had a good bunch of friends, I had a fancy bike, and I had a pretty girlfriend. But when I came to Kuwait, life took a U-turn. I had visa issues, and because of these issues, I could not find a job, and I had some real difficult people to deal with, and my girlfriend got married. So my parents wanted to come back, me to go back to India, but I said no. I made up my mind because I knew if I put the right efforts, things will change. Again, sometimes it's instant, sometimes it takes time, but I knew if I sow the seed, it has to fructify someday. Today, after completing 8 years in Kuwait, I am content with my tiny life's success stories in Kuwait. But yes, I know someday I will succeed. My dream is to be a CEO of a successful company someday. And one thing I have noticed among all the CEOs is they are all good public speakers. And that is the reason I'm in Toastmasters. I'm glad that I've joined Toastmasters because along with public speaking, there is also leadership, teamwork, and others, much more. I'm sowing a seed here. And the best thing about Toastmasters is that here you learn through experience. And I know experience is the best of the teachers. So ladies and gentlemen, someday everything will make perfect sense. And so for now, laugh at your confusion, smile through your tears, and keep telling yourself, the more good you do, the more good you get. Thank you all. Over to you, Toastmaster Shiraz.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Shahzeer. Toastmaster Shahzeer, what you have told is correct. We are learning through experience, and you will know that after today's 2 hours, how many things you will learn. We all learn, even the DTMs or experienced Toastmasters, we all learn during these 2 hours. Thank you very much. Timer, please note that for feedback, we give 1 minute for feedback. Okay, during the feedback time, before that, guys, dear Toastmasters, please unmute yourself. We'll give a huge round of applause to our first speech icebreaker, Toastmaster Shahzeer.
Congratulations, Shazir.
Congratulations, Shazir.
Thank you. Thank you.
Good job.
Congratulations,
Just
Shazir.
saying, if you were
Good
on
job.
stage right now.
Wish you all the best.
Thank you very much.
Congratulations.
We welcome
Wonderful, wonderful.
we welcome Shahzir to our Desert Pioneers Toastmasters Club. So it's feedback time. You all can give feedback personally or in publicly in the chats. Meanwhile, I'll launch another poll just to know how much you all know about our team members. I'll launch the questions. Does Desert Pioneers encourage teamwork? If you all agree, strongly agree, or somewhat agree, somewhat disagree, or strongly disagree. When I ask about teamwork, the following person told me this. I believe in the American African proverb, if you want to go fast, you go alone. If you want to go far, go together. If you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go far, go together. Every great accomplishment in history required teamwork. Who told this? Toastmaster Soraya, Toastmaster Shahzir, Toastmaster Hussein. Okay. I'll end the poll in 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Would you like to see the results? Okay. XCOM, we have to see this. The first question, it says that someone has put somewhat disagree. Please contact the XCOM, anyone in XCOM to tell your issues. And the second one is told by Toastmaster Hussein. Yeah, this is the correct answer. Toastmaster Hussein gave his thoughts about teamwork. Okay. With that, we'll go for the third speaker. In this pandemic situation, a person who is who is suffering a lot for the sake of the corona patients and all the other people. That's none other than our Toastmaster Freddy. Hats off to Toastmaster Freddy. Whenever I used to chat with him, he says that he's fed up, he's tired. And in all this, he did not forget to join Toastmasters meetings. We used to see sometimes with his space, like a space suit, he used to join the meeting, Toastmasters meeting. Before that, I would like to call Toastmaster DTM Arij for Toastmaster Freddy's speech objectives.
Good evening, everyone. I want you all to listen carefully to his speech objectives, because during the minute of feedback, I want you to evaluate him or to give him your feedback based on those objectives. Toastmaster Freddy is delivering an icebreaker speech today. So whoever don't know already Toastmaster Freddy will come to know him today. He is doing his visionary communication pathway, and his speech title is Rainbow Wings. He has 2 objectives for today, and it's only 2, and it's very simple. It's asked from him to introduce himself and to know the structure of the public speaking. So, timer, note down that his time is 4 to 6, like the previous speech. And back to you, Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you, DTM Arij. Truly, I don't know, and I'm waiting, eagerly waiting to find out from Freddie about his rainbow wings. Please give a huge round of applause to Toastmaster Freddie. The screen is yours.
Am I audible?
Yes, you're audible.
What is your favorite color? Is there anyone from your siblings or loved ones told you to love one chosen color? What is your favorite color, Alina?
It's green.
Wow, I love that color too. Well, as you can see, what personality did you get from favor rating that pleasant, pinching, plucking, punching, prickling color, which you pledged and told everyone that green is your favorite color? Ladies and gentlemen, friends, lovers of Toastmasters, guests, and to the Toastmaster of the day, good evening. I was born in 1972. My mother knew it was on February 23 that was her due date. Who knows my birthday? Anyone from the group? I was born on November 23. Yes, you're correct, Arij. Imagine, prematurely and viably enough to live in this world. Yes, 2 months before the due date I was born. I came early on November instead of February. And guess what? I stayed in the incubator for more than 3 months. And Freddie survived. That year was also the proclamation of martial law in the Philippines. I should not be belong to the martial law babies, but I was born in 1972. What can you do? Don't you worry. I will not be talking about politics here. If you like to continue, just give me a thumbs up. Well, my parents on that year, they received their papers for USA. And before my 8 months, I was included to their journey. And I was raised and nurtured in Uncle Sam's territory. Being raised from New York to California to Texas and went back to California. I gained so much experience. Imagine having your first grade in New York, second grade in California, in Texas, and went back to California on my third and fourth grade. And think about that. I love the rainbow color. It was filled on my veins. Enjoying all the moments of truth, moments of lies. I enjoyed all moments. Same with loneliness and of course, happiness. That leads me to understand my curiosity, and believe it or not, on my 5th grade, I went back to my beloved country. Because I don't like my mom to be in jail, as I told you before. It was because of the child abuse I escaped from that incarceration of my mom. And they live happily ever after. Synergetically? No, they are not. No mom will be happy to be living outside or living without his son. And as we all agreed, the chapter of my new life, I became a nurse. Honestly speaking, I never loved what color do I really like. I said it was all rainbow color. Well, going back, when I went back to the Philippines, I went again to the United Kingdom and I worked there as a nurse. When I went back as one of the clinical instructors in one university, that's exactly the place where I went when I was inside the incubator. Honestly, I never knew there was a museum in that place. When I checked, I saw that incubator. And you know why? Why I love blue and orange? As you can see, I have all orange with me. My favorite color is no other than orange and blue. And just to find out, that incubator was filled with a rainbow and a blue and orange color. Everything came into this reality. That life, that changing color that I really love. We all have our own story in life. We can keep the lies, we can keep our secret, but the most important thing is the victory. I concluded myself to be in the Toastmasters Club, and I just love the platform because this is where the heart is being nurtured. We might be in a different backgrounds and different life, but remember, we have the different colors of wings, different nationalities and different personalities. Ladies and gentlemen, lovers and enemies, let us all be united with all our efforts to claim our victory to the new rainbow after the rain. A great victory with a united color, like a rainbow, fly as high as you can with a rainbow color. Back to you, Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Freddy. For the members and guests who does not know Freddy much, Freddy has completed his one path, whole path, 5 levels, and this is his second path, level 1, icebreaker speech. Please, for that huge achievement, all of you all unmute yourself and give a huge round of applause to Toastmaster Freddy.
Congratulations, Freddy.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Congratulations, Freddy.
Congratulations, Freddy.
Thank you. Thank you.
And
Congratulations.
his evaluator,
Congratulations, Freddy.
DTM, yeah, DTM Amin. Thank you.
Yes.
Yes. And his evaluator is not a ordinary person. DTM Arij. DTM Arij is a member from 2013. Since then, she is addicted to Toastmasters, love to support and help others. And she strongly believes that Toastmasters is not a real life, but Toastmasters gives you the power to improve your real life. With that, we'll give 1 minute for Toastmaster Freddy's feedback. Timer, please note. Meanwhile, we can go for a question and answer session. The first question is, DPTM members are supportive of each other's progress. Agree or disagree? The second question, I think that teamwork not only helps people to increase their potential, but also helps them to realize their potential. Alone we can do so little, but together we can do a lot. Okay. I'll end the poll in 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay. And I'll show you the results. Strongly agree. Thank you to you all. And who has mentioned strongly, somewhat disagree, please discuss with any of our ExCom members. And the second thought was given by Toastmaster June. That is correct. Okay. With that, we will go for our the final speaker. I would request all guests be till the end so that you will know what our GE, General Evaluator, says about our meeting. Now, our last speaker has completed his level 1 in Pathways Dynamics, and he is keen to collaborate and improve his public speaking skills. He's none other than Toastmaster Shyam. Before that, I would like to call his evaluator, our president, Toastmaster Sairam, for his speech objectives.
Thank you, Toastmaster Shiraz. My target speaker, Toastmaster Shyam, is embarking his Project 1 Level 2. The purpose of his speech is to share some aspect of his primary leadership style and discuss leadership styles in general. Over to you, Toastmaster Shyam.
Thank you very much. And his speech timings are 5 to 7 minutes as regular. Toastmaster, we already heard about leadership styles by an expert speaker. Now we'll hear from another aspect or another the same leadership style by another person's view. Please help me welcome Toastmaster Shyam. Please give a huge round of applause. The screen is yours.
What is your leadership style? How many times did you face this question? Fellow Toastmasters, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, I faced this question 3 times in the past when I attended interview for a job. In response to that particular question, I was talking about team building skills, process, procedures, bringing out the results. I knew I was beating around the bush, but the interviewer was very impressed because I was talking very much about practical point of view, right? So, honestly, 3 years before, I didn't know much about leadership style. When I joined Toastmasters Club this year, I took dynamic leadership as the pathway. And when I embarked on level 2, the project is identify your leadership style. 3 years back, I attended one quality improvement program for one of the accreditation purpose. The trainer there, he was talking about different leadership styles and what is leadership. In fact, I was not in a position to understand very much, and also I could not remember the different leadership styles. But the project Identify Your Leadership Styles in Toastmaster Club, it gave me very good insight how to identify your leadership style. Before talking about my leadership style, I would like to make a statement. We all are leaders. We are all leaders. How many of you agree with this statement? 1, 2, 3. Yes. Because all of us, we lead ourselves, we lead our family, we lead our health, we lead the health of our families. And at the same time, we lead the teams also. So, the first statement I want to give you is, we all are leaders. But sometimes we are good leaders, sometimes we are bad leaders. What is the difference? The difference is, from my understanding, there are certain core values. Those core values are, as you know very well, honesty, transparency, service-oriented, and unselfishness. So these are the core values that makes a bad leader different from a good leader. The degree to which you adhere to these core values, that makes you from a good leader to great leader to, the best leader. And today, a bad leader can become a good leader if you start adhering to these core values. These are very important. Now, we have the core values. What else we need to become a good leader? There are contributory strengths that we need to develop to become good leader. So, to explain what are these contributory strengths, let me go back to my experience in the past. When I was in the school, when I was in 4th standard, I was elected as class leader for the first time. And again in the 5th standard, 6th standard, 7th, and 8th standard. I was just wondering, and I was contemplating what made my fellow students choose me as a class leader. I got the answer. The only answer was my subject matter understanding. So that means if we have strength as a subject matter, one can become a leader. After 8th standard, I moved to a new town. I joined a new school. There also there is a tradition to elect class leaders, but they have a different practice. Whoever is physically, mentally strong, they used to elect them as class leader. Now, then I understood one should be strong physically and mentally. That makes a person leader. Then I moved to a college after 2 years. There was also the same practice. There, the practice was there was opportunity given to students to give a lecture, speech. What are their views on student problems? How do they improve? What do they do? Whoever is delivering better speech, they were elected as student leaders. Then I understood you need to have strong communication skills. After that, I moved to university. There also similar practice, but what I understood, whoever was able to sponsor, invest something in the welfare of fellow students or the community, those students were elected as student leaders. Then I understood the 4th strength that you need to have is ability to invest, ability to sponsor. So what are the 4 contributory strengths that you need to have? Subject matter, communication skills, physically and mentally strong. The last one is ability to invest or sponsor. So there's the 4 contributory factors. Now, let me talk about the leadership styles that were listed in Toastmasters project. There are 8 leadership styles that were identified. In fact, when I was attending the program, quality program, the trainer was talking about 20 leadership styles. I could not remember. But these 8 leaderships, I was able to memorize by means of numerics. I will tell you. A, B, C, D. A, authoritative. B, bureaucratic. C, coaching. D, democratic. A, B, C, D. Please remember this. So the meaning, the definition of styles were already explained. Our guru, Toastmaster Anwar. Now I'm going to the second half of the leadership styles. Pennsylvania Interscholastic Athletic Association, PIAA. P for pace setting, I for innovative, A for affiliative, and altruistic. They're the 8 leadership styles. The final question is, what is my leadership style? I found out after answering all 48 questions, mix all these leadership styles, put it in a jar, blend it, and what you get is my leadership style. I will apply the kind of leadership depending upon the situation, depending upon the team, to bring out the results. Thank you so much. Over to you.
Thank you very much, Sham, for that wonderful explanation of leadership styles. And we know that what is your leadership style. Most of the leaders or experts, they say that we should have a mixed leadership style. Toastmaster Sham is an ExCom member and mostly silent and very, very good observer. And with that, I would like to please give 1 minute for audience feedback. Shall we go for another questions and answer session? Yeah. Okay. Okay, this is about Toastmaster, Desert Pioneer Toastmasters. Significant effort is made to get the opinions and ideas of DPTM members. Agree or disagree? Number 2 is teamwork is the symbolism, mutually beneficial relationship. I have to go for the dictionary. Whose thought is this? Okay. We are done. Poll will end in 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Okay. We'll see the answers. What about your thoughts? Okay, somewhat agree. ExCom, we need to make some action on this. Please make a note. And the second question is, teamwork is like symbiosis, a mutually beneficial relationship. This is told by Toastmaster Sham. This is Toastmaster Sham's thought. Thank you to you. We had an exciting session, that is prepared speeches. These members have struggled a lot, sacrificed their time and spend more time in preparing these speeches. Now we'll go for an interactive session. This will be conducted by enthusiastic Toastmaster.
Okay, before we start, I'm sorry to interrupt. Before we start, don't we have to see the timer with the timer that all speakers qualify or something?
Yes, thank you, moderator Toastmaster Suhan, for that to reminding that. Toastmaster June, are all speakers qualified?
Toastmaster Anwar and Toastmaster Freddy have qualified.
Okay. Now we have to launch the poll. Toastmaster.
Jude, can you read out the timings of each speaker? If you have
Yeah. Sure. We have Anwar with 7 minutes 4 seconds. We have Shahzeer with 3 minutes and 52 seconds. Freddy with 5 minutes 30 seconds and Shyam with 7 minutes 45 seconds.
I think except Sham, all are qualified. Shahzeer, 4 to 6 minutes, right?
Yeah.
June?
Yeah, 30 seconds grace period is
3.5 minutes, he is qualified.
Oh, okay. Okay, sorry.
Then Toastmaster Sham is 7 minutes, 40 seconds, right?
45.
40 seconds, okay. So except, unfortunately, except Toastmaster Sham, all are qualified. We'll launch the poll. Moderator, can you launch the poll? One. Wow, everyone are voting very fast. I think everyone wants to go for the next important session. Now the few remaining. We'll end the poll in 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, end. Okay. Now we'll go for the session which everyone is awaiting. Please help me welcome Toastmaster Alina Paul. I used to tell her that we used to go for teeth dental advertisements. Exactly. Please help me welcome Toastmaster Alina Paul.
Thank you, Toastmaster Shiraz.
Yes.
I think if a dentist heard that, they would probably throw a shoe at you or something. Anyways, well, good evening, fellow Toastmasters, to the most exciting session of today's meeting. How many here love table topics? Can I see a raise of hands? Alan, you can. Okay, let me take a screenshot. Whoever didn't raise their hand is speaking today. All right, so let me just share my screen. Is it visible now? Thumbs up from June or, okay, I can't see it. Okay, yeah, all right, I can see everyone now. All right, so for the benefit of the guests, a table topic session is where you test your impromptu speaking skills. That is speaking on the spot. As the table topics master, I will give a volunteer a table topic on which you will have to speak for 1 to 2 minutes. All right. So I know when you hear the topic, you will probably go blank, but it's okay. Just listen to the topic and think for 10 seconds and take a deep breath and speak whatever comes to your mind. Are we ready?
Table topics master, can I?
Oh, yes. Timer, can you please tell us the timing for the table topic session?
Yes, so the table topics timing is for 1 to 2 minutes. At 1 minute, I will show the green signal. At 1 minute, 30 seconds, I will show the yellow signal. And at 2 minutes, I will show the red signal. Yes, back to you.
Thank you. Yes, role players can also take part in the table topics. All right, so. Okay, I'm experimenting with something today. Since our themed meeting is teamwork, as you can see, this is a team of people. And I will be spinning the wheel. So when the volunteer asks me to stop, all right, it's a red here. Is it visible to everyone? Can I see a thumbs up? Okay, so whichever color it stops on, I go to that topic and then I read it out. So can I see a first volunteer here? Can someone read it out? I can only see Seal. Okay, yeah, great. We'll have you first, Seal. You can unmute yourself.
How do I spin it?
Hi. Yeah, okay. So I will spin it. You can tell me when to stop. All right?
Okay.
And it's spinning.
Stop.
Okay. What color is this? Okay. All right. Toastmaster Asil, are you ready?
Yes.
Together, ordinary people can achieve extraordinary results. Together, ordinary people can achieve extraordinary results. Toastmaster Asil.
You can all see me and hear me?
Yes.
Together, teamwork. I've always loved teamwork ever since I was a little girl. I've always felt with teamwork, we can accomplish and things can be done quite quickly. Even in our human body system, they all work, even the organs work together. Even ordinary people, teamwork together, they can accomplish anything. You noticed here in Corona, there's actually teamwork in case nobody noticed. People, their food are being delivered 24/7. The hospital works 24/7, even if shops are closed, everything. But one thing that is open 24/7 are hospitals. During this pandemic, everyone and everything is working in a teamwork. Who here noticed it? So with teamwork, anything can be accomplished. Even if someone is ordinary, you might think there's nothing special about this person. I don't mean anyone specifically, but hand by hand, they could accomplish. You might be surprised what can be accomplished with teamwork, with recycling and other stuff, and during this pandemic. So teamwork can accomplish everything quicker. Back to you.
That was a beautiful table topic, Toastmaster Asil. Yes, together, this pandemic, we have done a lot of things. So good job, Asil. Now can I have another volunteer? You can unmute yourselves in case I don't see you. Okay, I can see everyone now. Can I have one of the guests? Can I have Taiba? Taiba? Or who else? Somebody call out names. Anwar, are you? We need Alan Paul. No, Alan's seen the topic, so it's okay. We're not taking him. Okay, fine. I'll call out a person then. Amrit, would you like to volunteer?
Not today, actually. Today I'll be rather a passive listener.
All right. Okay. Hussein, would you like to go next?
I would guess so, yeah. I'll bite the bullet.
All right. Let me spin. Okay, tell me when to stop.
Yeah, okay, sure thing.
Okay, they're feeling dizzy. I think
Stop.
they should stop now.
Stop.
Okay. All right. Toastmaster Hussein, no one can whistle a symphony. It takes a whole orchestra to play it. No one can whistle a symphony. It takes a whole orchestra to play it. Toastmaster Hussein.
Do I get like a 30-second, what's it called?
Yes.
Time to think about it? Okay.
Yes. Take a deep breath.
Okay, let's see now. Okay. Good evening, fellow Toastmasters of the day, the table topics Toastmaster. The quotes, I actually agree with it. It takes a whole orchestra to deal with this. This can apply to other areas in life, other things, not only when it comes to music. One such example would be Leicester City winning the 2015-2016 English Football League. You see now, it actually required synergy between all of the players in order to win the championship, considering the fact that Leicester City were actually the underdogs during that season. There are multiple other teams that are way stronger than them, had much better players and a bigger budget. In fact, there was a much higher chance of a UFO landing in Piccadilly Square Circus rather than Leicester City actually winning that. That's an actual fact, by the way. So it does actually require the entire orchestra to play the symphony the same way Leicester City required all the players in order to win the championship. Back to you, Table Topics Toastmaster.
Wonderful, wonderful. Thank you, Toastmaster Hussein. That was a very different view to the table topic that I gave. I loved it. Now, can I have another volunteer? Okay. Did you go back? All right. Hanan, would you like to go?
Yeah, sure, no problem.
All right. I'm spinning and you can tell me when to stop.
Stop.
Okay. Did we already do white? No, right? All right. Toastmaster Hanan, there is little success where there is little laughter. There is little success where there is little laughter. Toastmaster Hanan.
Table topic master, my dear guest, and my fellow Toastmaster. I don't know why by coincidence I selected this code, because today, I'm sure you all noticed that I'm not laughing like usual. In every Toastmaster meeting, you can easily see my smile. You can easily see me more dynamic, more active, and sharing my smile. So today, I'm not in the mood. I strongly believe that a smile can easily open doors for you. And that's something in my life, either career or personal life, it proved its success. If you smile, you can open hearts. If you smile, you can open minds. And easily people will listen to you. Easily, people will be eager to know what you are looking for. Even if you go to these government, like whenever you need to do something formal to the government, and you just smile to the people, it easily opens doors for you. It gives an impression that you are a very relaxed and calm person. So I strongly believe that success is linked to the laughter. It links to the mood. And I'm sure if we all smile, if we all share laughter, if we all just show each other that we enjoy each other, we feel fun together, we really are adding to each other's lives. And I'm sure we all agree that joining any meeting, I mean, for me, it's a big highlight of my life whenever I attend a Desert Pioneer meeting. Why? Because we laugh. We are having fun. I might be having a hard day at work, a hard day in my personal life, but whenever I just log into the Zoom and attend the meeting with Desert Pioneers, it really changes my mood. So yeah, laugh, smile, and doors will be open for you. Thank you, and back to you, Table Topic Master.
Very well said, Toastmaster Hanan. Loved it, loved it. All right, timer, do we have time for one more, or should we end the table topic? One more?
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
we
okay, one
can.
more. All right. One more last one, guys. I'm going to call Suhan, but are there anyone else? Is there anyone else who feels like giving it a shot? Can I see any hands? Okay. Suhan, are you ready?
Yes, Alina.
Okay. Let me move this. Yeah. And tell me when to stop.
All right. Stop.
Oh, okay. Toastmaster Suhan, individually, we are one drop. Together, we are an ocean. Individually, we are one drop. Together, we are an ocean. Toastmaster Suhan.
When I heard this quote, this immediately reminds me something that you are one thing that can create something in everyone's life. Just like we say the word synergy, right? Table topic master, fellow Toastmasters, and my dear friends. I'm a one drop of water that can give a hope for something, for example, for a plant, or for our body, or for our soul, or for something that can create a difference in our life. You know, this is something that we all need. Once we become that drop and we come together collectively in a form of synergy, then we become an ocean. Once we are an ocean, we are all creators of path that whenever comes on our way, we can help them achieve the journey that they really want, or something that comes on our way. So that's what I can think about. So thank you. Over to you, Alina.
Thank you, Toastmaster Suhan. Yes, together we can achieve anything. With that, we have come to the end of the table topic session. I hope you all enjoyed, and we had some amazing table topic speakers for today. Timer, are all the speakers qualified?
All the speakers are qualified.
Well, so moderator, can we have the poll now, or should we keep it for the end of the?
We can have the poll now.
If you all like the table topics, you can tell me personally in the chat. I don't mind. All right. I guess the moderator is making. Oh, okay, there it is. You can go ahead and vote. Okay, vote, guys. Has everyone voted? I need 2 more votes. 2 more votes. Think time's up. All right, so let me hand over the stage back to our Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Shiraz.
Thank you very much. That wonderful session, Toastmaster Alina. I see always in your table topic sessions, you do something creative. Something creative, it is not easy for us to adapt also. We have to learn many things from you. Thank you very much. With that, our 2 sessions, the prepared speech session and the table topic session, both sessions are over. And now we are coming to an important session to develop ourselves. Excuse me. If we know what are the areas we have to develop, we will try to develop. If we don't know the areas, if we are blind on that side, surely we will not develop. We will make the mistakes again and again. So this is the place, this is the time for our development. For that, I would like to call our energetic Toastmaster Hanan. The screen is yours.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the day, and my fellow Toastmasters and guests. And it is now time for the general evaluation session. I would like to start my session with first calling the evaluators of the prepared speeches. Our first speaker was Toastmaster Anwar Adam, and he was evaluated by Toastmaster Subish. So Toastmaster Subish, can you please share your report before Toastmaster Subish starts his evaluation, timer, can you give me please the timing for the evaluators?
Yes. The evaluators will have 2 to 3 minutes to speak. At 2 minutes, I will show the green signal. At 2 minutes 30 seconds, I will show the yellow signal. And at 3 minutes, I will show the red signal. Back to you, General Evaluator.
Great, thank you, Toastmaster June. So Toastmaster Subish, please share your evaluation report for the speech delivered by Toastmaster Anwar.
Once again, good evening to all the wonderful Toastmasters here, and a special good evening to my target speaker, who was, is, and I'm sure in the future will be a great leader. As Toastmasters, two common terms which you normally hear is communication and leadership. Personally, I used to explore what are the different leadership styles, and I got totally confused about various styles till today when I heard from my target speaker, Toastmaster Anwar. Thank you, Toastmaster Anwar, for presenting such a wonderful speech and explaining the different synergies between leadership styles. Your speech, I would say, was exceptional in terms of presentation. If you see your entire speech, you just used 2 slides in your speech throughout. And it was precise, it was crisp, and I'm sure that most of us would have understood what you meant to say. Your introduction. You started with the introduction where you showed a stage with a curtain and a small opening. Now, I believe the best way to start any speech is to create anticipation. And I don't know whether you purposely delayed it. There was a short delay. You were saying that you were pinning the timer. However, it worked very well. I mean, I felt that you created more and more anxiousness in us so that we got focused. Another great thing you did when you're presenting online and you're presenting slides, it's not easy to manage your live video and your presentation, but we were all focused on it and there was no glitches regarding that. And that is, I think it's an exceptional skill you showcased today. In terms of improvement, I can go on for, anything I can go on, keep on saying your advantages, but I would like to have 2 points where I see you need to evaluate, you need to improve on it. The first thing is the examples you give. Now, I believe the characteristics of any great speeches, each and everyone in the audience should understand it. Now, in your second slide, especially, there were a lot of terms like altruistic, bureaucratic. You gave examples, for example, the pace setting, you told about DTM Alan, DTM Rajesh, DTM Shilpa, and I know most of them knew them, but if you would have told the exact incident, or probably another idea would have been, you could have given examples of actual leaders who like Nelson Mandela or Mahatma Gandhi. I think all of them got different leadership styles. It would have been much more clear. In terms of the conclusion, I believe I felt a little bit abrupt. Probably you told, okay, you need to find your leadership style, but you could have given some online links or some other resources where we could have gone and understood our leadership styles. So overall, excellent presentation skills, great presentation with the slides, work on your conclusion and on your examples, and you will be there. Over to the general evaluator.
Thank you, Toastmaster Subish. Great elaborated evaluation. And now it is time for our second evaluator. Our second speaker was Toastmaster Shahzir, delivering his icebreaker speech. And he is going to be evaluated by Toastmaster Soraya. The floor is yours, Toastmaster Soraya. Please share your evaluation report.
So sorry, I won't be able to pin the timer. So instead, I've kept a watch. Anyway, good evening, everyone. First of all, I would like to congratulate my target speaker, Toastmaster Shahzir, for his icebreaker That was a wonderful icebreaker. So once again, well done. An icebreaker is something that should be celebrated because that is your first step into your Toastmasters journey. And for that, well done. I'll also say well done once again, because while I was listening to your speech, it didn't really feel like this was your first time speaking. Honestly, everything from your body language to the way you spoke, to your voice itself, it was level, it was calm, it was very much comfortable. And because you were comfortable with us, we connected with you. And that is the best thing that you could do in any speech. But it's the best thing you could do in an icebreaker, because once we are connected with you, we understand your story, we hear you. And when we understand you, you grow closer to us. Now, maybe this is just a thing with other Generation Z kids, people around my age. Think Alina, think Toastmaster Hussein. We have a thing about sitting casually and talking during these speeches online. And as a result, we don't tend to use our hands as much. We don't tend to move around as much. And we don't tend to focus on things like voice modulation, which is where I'm going to say you may need to improve on. Although the entire speech was absolutely amazing, starting from the hook with a quote, and then following it right up with your life and connecting it with such a humorous anecdote. Where you would need to improve, aside from all of those amazing things, is pacing yourself. You need to slowly pace yourself, because I noticed towards the end, and I'm sure the others did as well, that you stuttered a little bit. You figured out that you were too fast. So you need to slowly pace yourself. See where you can slow down, because you could have slowed down towards the middle part of your speech. It's okay to slow down there. Or you could have sped up in between somewhere. Another thing where you could improve is hand gestures and voice modulation. Because you already have a very stable voice, I think you could challenge yourself on your next speech with that. With that said, I think that's an absolutely amazing icebreaker. And since you do want to become a CEO one day, I hope to hear more such amazing public speeches from you. Over to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you, Toastmaster Soraya, for that very detailed analytical evaluation. Now it is time for our third evaluator. The third speech was delivered by Toastmaster Freddy. He was delivering his icebreaker speech from the second pathway of visionary communication, and he's going to be evaluated by DTM Arij Jafar. The control is yours, DTM Arij. Please share your evaluation report. Sorry, you are muted. Okay, it seems Arij is having problems with her connection, so let's move on to our fourth speech. And by that time, Arij hopefully will be catching up with us. Our fourth speaker was Toastmaster Shiam, and he's going to be evaluated by Toastmaster Sairam. Toastmaster Sairam, the floor is yours.
Thank you, Toastmaster Hanan. Yes, we are all leaders at some point in our life. As you said, Toastmaster Sham.
Sorry, Toastmaster Arij will take you after Sairam. Please go ahead, Toastmaster Sairam. Yeah, please go ahead.
Thank you. Yes, we are all leaders at some point in our life, as you said. Toastmaster Shyam. We lead our family, some lead their team, etc. I completely agree with you, Toastmaster Shyam. Leadership is not about a title or a designation. It's about impact, influence, and inspiration. Similarly, your speech is just not a bunch of some words. It has a lot of feeling, impact on the content, and a power pack structure. Initially, I felt you were lost something, but you proved me wrong. A lion takes a step back before making a biggest attack, and you did it. As you have explained about the core values of a leader, such as honesty, transparency, unselfishness, and service, which differentiates the bad leader and the good leader. Yes, similarly, your speech also has core values such as objective of your project, content of the speech, and delivery of the speech, which are the main essential of any speaker. Well done. And you have shared your own experience where you felt the key factors required to be a great leader. Leadership starts from your school till college days. The way you explained stages wise, fantastic. And those 4 factors particularly, nothing but strengths, as you said: understanding of meta subject, communication skills, strong mentally and physically, and the 4th one, ability to sponsor or identifying something. All 4 factors are extraordinary. And the coolest and the coolest part of the speech, the way you explain the simplest way to remember the leadership styles, because my path was also dynamic leadership earlier, and I couldn't able to recognize all those things in a jumbling order, but the way you arrange them like A, B, C, D, and P, I, A, wow, super. But leader is the one who listens first and try to adapt something new as a part of enhancement. So I would like to give you only one suggestion to improve your speaking skills. That is, just take a step back away from the camera and deliver your speech as you are giving on a podium. Definitely, it will take your speech to the next level. And overall, your speech is fantastic. As I said, it's a synergy of impeccable performance, power pack content of the objective, and sharing a very high valued own experience. Well done, and wish you all the best, Toastmaster Shyam. And over to you, General Evaluator, Toastmaster Hanan.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Sairam, for that valuable evaluation to Toastmaster Shyam's speech. Now back to our 3rd speaker, Toastmaster Freddy, who's going to be evaluated by DTM Arij. The floor is yours, DTM Arij.
Am I audible now? Yes, okay. Good evening, everyone, and good evening to my target speaker, Toastmaster Freddy. Let me remind you all with his objectives for today's meeting, for today's speech. He is delivering a speech, an icebreaker speech from the visionary communication pathway. And his speech title was Rainbow Bow Wings. And we will talk about the title later. Toastmaster Freddy, his objectives was to introduce himself and to learn about the structure of the public speaking. And Toastmaster Freddy, let me tell you something. You did introduce yourself, and hopefully after my evaluation, you will be learning more about the structure of the public speaking. Now, I know it's not your first speech, but still, it's an icebreaker speech, and we will deal with it as an icebreaker speech should be dealt with. First of all, I'm going to give you the strength points you have showed today in your speech and the points you can improve it in the future. Rainbow Wings? Wow, what a title. That will make us all think what Freddie is going to talk about. I want to salute you about this because you have picked a mysterious title that will make everyone attracted to what you are going to say even before you said your speech. So good, this is a strength point. Keep going with all your speeches with such a thing. Now the strength points you have, I have seen that in the beginning you have involved the audience by asking a question, and this is a good point that's taking to you, that involving members with your speech, asking them questions, and I could see hands raised when you were asking about the colors, although you asked only Elena, but everyone was interested to know what you want to say. So this is a good point for you. You have introduced yourself very well. You talked about your mom, you talked about your journey, and you have merged it all and connected with the colors throughout your own personal journey. As strength points with organizing your speech, this is something really important because everyone was able to understand you and learn with you more and more. Now let me take you to the points that you need to improve it in yourself, in your speech, not yourself, in your performance. I wish if you could have a dialogue between you and your mom or any characters in your speech, we could see more vocal variety and the changing of characters. I wish you had this dialogue in between, like I was talking to my mom and my mom, she said this, just to add some more humor and to have more vocal variety and the changing of tone. Throughout your speech, I noticed that your tone was only in one tone, and I think you need to work on this. Other than that, you have done and delivered an amazing speech, and I am wondering now which color was in my life. You were really connected with all of us and with me especially because I love colors, I love painting. So you did a great job, and I want to see your next speeches. Thank you so much, and back to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you very much, DTM Arish, for that valuable and interesting evaluation. Now, timer, can you please inform us if all the 4 evaluators are eligible for the best evaluator?
Toastmaster Subish spoke for 3 minutes 16 seconds. Toastmaster Suraya spoke for 3 minutes 15 seconds. Toastmaster Arid spoke for 3 minutes 49 seconds. Toastmaster Sairam spoke for 4 minutes 5 seconds. So I think from the 4 of them, Toastmaster Subish and Toastmaster Suraya have qualified.
Great, thanks a lot, Toastmaster June. So moderator, are we going to run the poll now for the best evaluator? Between Toastmaster Subish and Toastmaster Suraya. Moderator? Shall I proceed, or who should I refer back to? Can someone answer me, please?
Okay, let's.
We're just getting ready.
Okay. Okay, so should we wait?
All right.
Because we are running out of time. Yes, it's there. So please fill in your best evaluator choice, ASP. No, there is something wrong. The best evaluator is between Toastmaster Subish and Toastmaster Suraya. Toastmaster Azhar is not there.
Oh,
So
sorry.
meanwhile, so that we don't, please, if you can just rectify it. Meanwhile, I would like to have our grammarian, Toastmaster Hussein, to share his report with us so that we can just catch up with the timing of the meeting.
Yeah, hello everyone. Today I'm actually going to be giving my grammarian report about who used the word of the day, the improper grammar, and the suggestions for it, and also the quotes and sayings, etc., that I actually liked. First of all, I'd like to inform everyone that, quite frankly, I enjoyed the synergy between everyone in this meeting. Now, for those who use the word of the day or the different variations of it, Toastmaster Shyam, he used synergizing in his speech. Toastmaster Shahzir, he used synergy and synergy of forces twice. Toastmaster Freddy, he used synergetically. Toastmaster Sabish, he used synergies, which is the plural form of it. Toastmaster Seyram used synergy. Now, back onto the quotes. First of all, Toastmaster Shyam, in his own speech, he used beating around the bush, which I actually really like that. However, at one point, Toastmaster Seyram said, who is delivering a better speech? A much more better suggestion would be whoever delivers a better speech. And then after that, we're going to go to Toastmaster Shahzir. Toastmaster Shahzir, he actually used a one-man army. Everything that goes around comes around. I really like that quote. Life took a U-turn. That's also pretty damn great. As for his own improper grammar, he used class 10, which is not really that great. You should use 10th grade. Also, he said the guy in class 10, it should be the guy in the 10th grade. Also, instead of using guy, use bully because he was a bully. Obviously, this is my first time as a grammarian, so I don't know everything. I'd also like to say that Toastmaster Mohammed Shiraz, he used plenty of quotes that I thoroughly enjoyed, such as the quote by the greatest basketballer of all time, Michael Jordan, also the African proverb, and also the one by Mother Teresa. In Toastmaster Freddy's own speech, he used our own story in life and also where the heart is being nurtured. I would also love to say about Toastmaster Freddy's grammar. So far, it's actually been pretty great, but he used November 23. It should have been much better to use the 23rd of November. Also, I believe at one point in the speech, he used papers for USA. That's how he said it. It would be much more better to use papers for the USA. For Toastmaster Anwar's speech, it was actually very nice. He used words such as altruistic, investing my time for others. However, at one point in the speech, he said the altruistic leadership in me. It would have been much more better to say the altruistic leader in me instead of leadership. That's about it for my own grammarian report. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Toastmaster Hussein. It's always great to have young blood take the roles of grammarian and the accounter because you are always into details, and I loved your report very much, Toastmaster Hussein. Thank you for that. Now it's time for our accounter report delivered by Toastmaster Janet. The floor is yours.
Okay, here is my report. We have Toastmaster Shahzir repeated the word like 3 times, and repeated the word and 2 times, the word the letter I 4 times. Toastmaster Arij repeated the word and 3 times. Toastmaster Freddy repeated the word, the letter 5 times. Toastmaster Suraya, it was 3 times. So at the end, we are learning here. We are all joining Toastmaster to learn from each other and improving improving or learning from our mistakes. They say we learn from our mistakes. That's why I make as many as possible. I will be a genius one day. Thank you, and back to you, Toastmaster.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Janet. And shall I proceed with my overall report, or should we run the poll now for the best evaluator?
I would suggest to run the poll.
Okay.
So I'll launch
give us 1 minute for that, please.
All right, I'll launch. I hope everyone's done. So I'm ending the poll here.
Okay, great. Thank you, moderator. And just to catch up with the meeting timing, let me just give my overall report for the meeting. Now, let me start first with the startup of the meeting. The meeting started on time, which is something we as Desert Pioneer are proud of. We never start a meeting late, so that's something we are keeping up with. I would like also to congratulate the PR team for the design of the poster, which was very beautiful. And I've noticed that it attracted many likes in the Instagram account. So clap for the PR team. Thank you very much for all your efforts. I love the slides used by the Toastmaster of the Day. Very innovative, especially when he used the Toastmaster of the Day, when he changed his background according to the introducing of any role player. Toastmaster of the Day did a great job introducing the theme of the meeting, especially with his creative way of taking the benefit of the 1 minute gap between each speech by running different questions, very critical questions, because again, the theme teamwork is very important for us as Desert Pioneers and as one of the members in the XCOM team. So we needed to know what the other members think about the teamwork, what they think about the atmosphere, the general atmosphere of the club. That was a very clever idea, Toastmaster of the Day, to run the poll and just get the heart, what exactly each member is thinking of. I would have appreciated, because I personally received my background, the one I'm using now, I received it only 1 hour before the meeting. So I would have appreciated if I could have received it before time. I could have set it up ahead of time instead of setting it up when we started the meeting. Now, starting with the speeches, I loved all the speeches. They were wonderful, led by amazing speakers. Toastmaster Anwar shared his real life experience when he took the role of VP Education and how he discovered his leadership style. I would only give one recommendation to Toastmaster Anwar, this is my personal opinion. I don't feel comfortable mentioning names whenever I talk about a personal experience, especially you are mentioning names from the Toastmaster, from the Desert Pioneer Club. So some people might be offended, some people wouldn't like mentioning their names, even if it is a positive thing, because other members will think, what about us? We did something good. So that's my personal opinion. Toastmaster Shahzir, your speech was amazing, was confident. I never thought that you are a first speaker. I thought that this is maybe your third or fourth speech. Great speech. Toastmaster Freddy, I mean, what can I say about you, Toastmaster Freddy? We learn from you. I mean, I cannot give even a single recommendation. With your rainbow, with the colors, amazing speech, and I learned a lot from your delivery and your speech. Toastmaster Shiam, great speech, huge improvement from the first time you introduced your speech. Now, an overall recommendation for the prepared speeches, and I don't think you, VP Education, have the luxury all the time. I can see my timing is showing red, but again, I have to exceed because I have lots of points to talk about. So VP Education, I don't think it is always a luxury, but try next time, whenever you plan for the prepared speeches, to have speeches of different purposes, of different objectives, because today we had 2 speeches about the leadership style and 2 speeches about the icebreaker. Try your best, if that's possible, that you can have different speeches with different purposes, so that would be interesting to the audience and to the guests. They can just get exposed to different objectives or different purposes. The reports introduced by our evaluators, amazing, very analytical, and I love them all. By the accounter and the grammarian, again, they were very informative and they were to the point. Overall, I really enjoyed the meeting. We are, I think, on time, and I hope you all enjoyed it. And thank you very much. Back to you, Toastmaster of the Day.
Thank you, Toastmaster Hanan, for that lovely detailed report. We love all the evaluators who has done a great job for our development. So with this, I would like to thank all the role players, Toastmaster Suhan, Toastmaster Janet, Toastmaster Hussein, and especially the timer, Toastmaster June, for their tremendous work. And all the speakers, they have done a very good, very fantastic job, and the evaluators as well. With that, I would like to end my session with the final quote. You may be having a member, lazy, lousy, or crazy member, but you have to trust them, respect them, and you should have the willingness to achieve the targets with effective communication. And the important thing is to achieve the goals. That doesn't mean that your team spirit should break. With this team spirit, you should achieve your goals. For example, if your member or if your brother has some problem, you will help them, right, to develop. Like that, in Desert Pioneers, we are a family, so we have to keep that team spirit and improve each and every member, so each and every member will shine as well as Desert Pioneers. With that, I would like to give the screen to our beloved President, Toastmaster Sairam. The screen is yours. Toastmaster Sairam?
Sorry, Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Sairam told me that he has a complete shutdown in his building. So if you wish, I can take over.
Yes. Over to you, Toastmaster Hanan.
Thank you very much. Thank you, everybody. It was very enjoyable meeting. Thank you very much, Toastmaster of the day. And I think it is time for us to run the poll for the best role player. Moderator, are you ready? The best role player include the Toastmaster of the day, the General Evaluator, a counter, timer, and the grammarian, and the table topic master. Meanwhile, of course, meanwhile, I would like to get the feedback from our guest, Toastmaster Asil. How did you think about our meeting?
I really enjoyed this meeting. It brought back my childhood memory, how I enjoyed teamwork and everything, how I enjoyed it, and I remembered about our human body system, everything. I really enjoyed the team, and I enjoyed the speakers, and I enjoyed your table topic. I really hope you win, Hanan.
Thank you, my dear. Thank you very much. Appreciate it, Asil. And our second guest is Toastmaster Taiba. Can you please share your feedback about the meeting? How did you think about it?
Hi again. I really enjoyed it. It was enlightening, as I hoped it would be. Also, it was my first time here, and I really enjoyed. Thank you for the good time I had. Thank you for
Thank
having
you
me.
very much. Thank you, Toastmaster Taiba. Thank you. Are we ready, Toastmaster Suhan?
Yes, I'm going to launch the poll right now.
Okay, great.
Toastmaster Hanan, just one thing, please.
Yes, please.
Well, all of the role players unfortunately did not qualify as per timing. So
who to exclude because we don't have time? Who to exclude so that whoever votes will not vote for them?
The counter and the general evaluator have reduced and exceeded time.
Okay, great. So please don't evaluate. Where is the poll? So don't vote. Yeah, don't vote for Toastmaster Janet and don't vote for the general evaluator Hanan Halouj. Vote for anyone else.
I hope all the polls are visible.
Yes, they are very clear. Sorry, Toastmaster Elena, I forgot to say that your table topic session was very creative. I loved it. I don't know how it slipped my mind. So I'm taking advantage of me taking over as the president. It was very, very creative. Very creative, especially the spinning. Maybe you need to control the spinning speed because it was sometime delayed. But overall,
Yeah,
the
I
idea
guess
itself.
the internet.
Yeah.
I guess the Zoom does not allow it to play smoothly.
Yeah, it was very, very nice. I loved it. Very creative, and I'm sure you'll be able to rectify that next time. So, are we ready to announce the results? Can you please, moderator, share with me through the WhatsApp the results for the best role player? So, drums. Show me some drums. Our best speaker for the day is, any guess? Toastmaster Shahzir.
All please unmute
Thank you. Very overwhelming.
Great, great.
Congratulations, Shahzir.
Thank you very much.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Congratulations, Shahzir. The next award is to the best table topic code. Who do you think is? It's really hard to announce yourself being the winner. Hanan.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much. The next award is the best evaluator. And the award goes to Toastmaster Soraya. Soraya, you are getting better every time. Great. Great improvement.
And this was a last minute thing.
No, you are great. You're always ready. The best role player of the day. Any guesses? I think everybody voted for that person. Any guesses? Toastmaster Elena.
I'm clapping for myself. Such a hypocrite. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Very nice meeting. And by this, I would like to end the meeting. And the meeting is closed. Yes, before closing, please, if you can just open your camera and let's have a group photo. Who's going to take the shot?
I can take it. Alan, do you want to join the photo? Or not? Yeah, okay. What dream? Teamwork. What is the pose?
This one.
Dream team. Oh wait, how do I take the photo? Everyone do
I'll
the
take the
team.
photo. Wait. Yeah. Wait.
This is mirror. How do I make it straight?
Okay. I can't. Oh my god! I need both my hands.
No, Suraya. Alan's taking it.
Okay, great.
Put your face. Yay! Taiba did with her thumb.
Thank you. And by this, I close the meeting. And if you just want to socialize, the meeting has ended. Thank you.
Thank you, Hannah.
Thank you very much. Thank you to all.
Nice, Shiraz. I noticed that Shiraz's name was not there in the role players.
Yeah. I don't want to lose for you.
Oh.
Didn't notice this. Why, Sohan, you forgot about the Toastmaster of the day?
He's running away. He
ran away.
What's up, guys?
Hey.
Congratulations, Shahzir.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
All the icebreakers are winning it. Got good competition this year.
I think we'll get
Yeah, this new blood, they are very competitive. Hussein and Shahzir, yeah, very great. MashaAllah.
Thank you very much. I missed Hussein's speech, by the way, the other day.
Yeah,
Oh,
he was
yeah.
very
Amazing.
confident, very laid back, just like you. I mean, You young people are exceeding.
All right, thank you, everyone. I'll make a move.
Thank you, everyone. It's 9
night.
p.m.
Bye-bye.
to one of the
Nice meeting you.
semifinals. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
YouTube live.